Welcome to the Cuddy D Show, everyone. My name is Steve, and once again, a fantastic show in store for you again tonight. It's time to introduce the panel. How has your summer been going?
It's been going too fast.
It's always too fast.
Too fast.
Anything fun and exciting you've been doing?
Everything's fun and exciting in the summer.
In the summer?
Yeah.
I love the summer.
Boating on the weekends.
Mm-hmm. Well, what a life.
What a life. What a life.
Next up, Donna. How you doing, Donna? What's up?
I'm doing great. How are you, everyone?
Well, how's your summer been going, Donna?
My summer's been great. I spent it at the beach, and I saw quite a few interesting things there.
Oh.
Very interesting.
Should we just keep it at that?
We can keep it at that for now.
Okay. All right. And J Dog, what's up, J Dog?
J Dog in the house tonight.
Well, let me ask you: have you been
Yes.
spending any days on the nude beach in Sandy Hook this year?
I will not respond to that, Andy. All I can tell you though that my head is peeling.
Oh,
That's
it is?
what I can tell you. Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so I did get a lot of sun,
Okay.
which is fine.
Have you spent a lot of time at the track this year? You're big into horses.
I love the horses, as you all know, and we had a lot of fun. I was up at Saratoga 2 weeks ago.
Okay.
Driving a Bentley up there, Andy, and it was a lot of convertible. That's how I got burnt on the top of my head.
Oh, you did? Okay.
Yeah, and the horse didn't win, so that's not a good thing.
Oh, all
but
right,
we're okay. We had a good time, 4 days up there, had some great Cuban cigars, and
Oh, wait, that's illegal. We don't
Life
do it.
was good.
That's illegal. Come on, are you trying to sell us out here?
oh, we're not in Cuba? I thought this was
You
Cuba.
do know that they have a thing called sunblock now.
No, I didn't know that.
Okay.
But thanks for the information.
Okay. Just checking.
I appreciate that.
Okay.
Can you buy me some?
Sure.
That's all. Well, thank you all for watching once again the best damn talk show on TV today. And let's do what we do best. We tell it like it is. We saying the things that you all at home are thinking in your minds, but don't say. So we here become your voice. Right? You're welcome. Mm-hmm. Right? Exactly. Well, let's get to the first topic. We're back in here now. It seems like every time you open the paper, I did the other day, and texting. But this is pretty funny though. The question is, would you break up with your spouse? I mean, your boyfriend, girlfriend, by texting? Have you ever done it, and would you do it? Who wants to answer that one first?
I would do it.
You would do it? So what, like, because you don't have to save, face with the person, right?
Yeah. I love all the emailing and texting and
Well,
I way prefer talking that way.
would it depend on how long you're maybe dating? So maybe 2 weeks after.
Well, that's what I was gonna say.
No.
Like, maybe 14, 15-year-olds. Like, then it's
Yeah.
acceptable for them to like break up, by texting.
Yeah,
But yeah,
right.
when you get to be our age, I guess it's probably not the best thing
Yeah.
to be doing.
Well, you do know that Russell Brand it was either I believe it was New Year's Eve, text messaged Katy Perry and said I'm divorcing you.
Wow.
And that
that's
was
right.
his declaration of divorce to her. On New Year's Eve or Christmas Eve. I want to say New Year's Eve, and that's how he did it.
And
And
how
they
long-
proceeded to get divorced.
How long were they married for? Were you married?
I will have to go to the newsreel to see that.
Well, knowing
Not
Hollywood,
very long.
Knowing Hollywood, I mean, a year is long. I mean, they're always breaking up with everybody, and everybody's sleeping with everybody, all kinds of stuff. What about you, J-Dog?
I would just put a big F-U with one of those smiley faces, and that's it. If you're done, you're done.
And change your number,
that's
or
it.
block
Yeah,
their
yeah.
number.
Well, if it's
know.
something difficult, you have to deal with, or you have to face.
Yeah, true.
So if it's that, then by texting or emailing, it kind of avoids that confrontation, and
It does.
and it's easier.
Yeah, exactly. I think like before, I mean, if you're dating someone for a while or whatever, you give them the decency or her the decency of like face to face. Listen, it's not working out, But I mean, a week or 2 weeks, I'm out.
But in their case, they probably didn't live. They probably weren't even living in the same state.
Yeah, really.
Yeah.
I mean, you
But-
can still pick up the telephone, I guess, but
Yeah, true.
It's divorce, though. It's not dating.
Divorce,
Right.
yeah,
That's a little crazy.
That dude,
But he
Russell
wanted,
Brand.
he wanted. Well, he's
He's a weird character, man.
I'm glad you said it. That's putting it mildly.
Well, let's go from texting to sexting. I mean, it's like, who was that? What's his name? Anthony Weiner is running for, mayor in New York? Carlos Danger quotes all this stuff of, showing his goods online and stuff like that. I mean, it got some statistics here. About 15% of adult cell phone owners say they have received a sexually suggestive nude or nearly nude photo or video of someone they know on their phone, according to a new research study. And about 6% say they have sent one of themselves. Damn. Almost 1 in 10. And about 3% say they have forwarded one. Numbers have remained about the same since a similar survey in May of 2011. And younger adults are more likely to engage in sending and forwarding sex. So, I mean, I guess, yeah, with kids, I mean, they're at our experimental stage. Of course, I guess they're going to do all that stuff. But is anyone bold enough to say on the Cuddy D Show tonight that they've either sent something or received something?
Yes.
Let's see your phone.
I
If we went on there right now and went through your pics.
I left my phone at home today.
Oh, yeah, I bet you did.
Good one.
Well,
It's a way of life now, I think.
It is.
I
Yeah.
do.
Yeah.
And I have, and I'm confessing.
Oh,
you've done-
Well, wait
not
a
me.
minute.
Okay, well, number one, all right,
Do you
well.
receive or do you send?
I've done.
He's getting very interested right
Had
now. Have you noticed that?
Oh, okay.
I'm just, putting it out there.
All right, well, you know what? Listen, so you're so bold as to be number one. I'll be number two and say, I have also.
I have not.
Okay.
Well, you know something else I received? Yeah, but you know what I received?
What?
On Halloween,
Yeah.
I received a text
Yeah.
of someone's junk with a Halloween little outfit on it.
A male? From a
Yeah,
male?
and it wasn't very nice. But I won't say who it came from.
Oh,
Him?
I won't say who it came
That's why you don't want me to show me your phone. I got it.
Oh, big jack-o'-lantern.
It was a jack-o'-lantern.
Yeah.
It's interesting how you would know, and it was hilarious. I must
Yeah?
say that on Halloween it was perfect
No,
timing.
nothing
Okay.
is as hilarious as what you started the story with, Anthony Weiner.
Anthony
Oh.
Weiner.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm
What a schmuck.
sorry.
Anthony Weiner.
I
Showing
can-
his wiener.
And then
Yeah.
runs again.
And then
thinks
runs
there's
again.
nothing wrong with it.
Oh, yeah,
And
no.
everyone's going to vote for him, and he's going to get in.
Well,
I
why?
lost. I
Why?
don't
Good thing,
understand that.
good thing is he lost.
And he lost big time.
No, it's coming up.
Well, they had the
But he dropped in his
It's 5% at one point.
Yeah.
That's what I
Yeah,
read.
he didn't make the primary though.
Right, right, 'cause he didn't have
They're still counting, I believe.
Yeah.
They have to continue to count.
Well, let me ask you all a question. So why do people out there still love my man, Bill Clinton? We all know what he received.
Listen, Bill,
Yeah.
Bill Clinton did that in the privacy of his office.
Yeah.
Wiener did. I can't even say his name without laughing. Sorry.
Wiener showed his
Wiener
wiener.
texted
Yeah.
his wiener
Yeah.
on the internet,
That's
which
right.
we as adults are supposed to be teaching the youth of today to text and do all this internet stuff responsibly. And he's running for, a public office, but yet
Exactly.
he's doing the most stupidest thing ever.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
I can't.
People will still vote for him.
Because
They will.
there's
Why?
people
And they're
support.
forgiving.
There's
They're
people that
forgiving.
say, well, his personal life has nothing to do with his political life, and I
It has
just
all to do
I
with it.
agree. I
It
agree.
has everything to do with it. And any politician, in any instance, you have to realize, and people, I do believe, will realize, you are a person, and some of what you do in your regular life flows into your political life. It's the law of the world. It is what it is. You can't separate the two completely 100%.
Then there's people that have said, oh, they feel bad for Wiener's wife. Wiener's wife. You know what? I'm sorry.
yeah.
What's the saying? Fool me once, or
Fool me twice, shame on me.
or whatever it is.
I
It's like,
Yeah.
how many times is she going to stand by?
No,
It's
but
like,
wait a
"That's
second.
okay, honey.
He actually got caught
Yeah.
twice now. Again, like six
Yes,
other
the
women
second
came
time.
out.
Right.
Yeah.
But you know what's funny though? It's like the girl, I forget where she's from, what college or whatever. She's now like some popular girl. She's gonna write a book. She's gonna be on Oprah.
That's-
all like Monica Lewinsky. I mean, it's like such negativity. The mainstay, negativity sells.
Wait a minute, Andy.
Yeah.
Getting back to my boy Bill Clinton.
Oh.
I don't see anything wrong with Bill, what he did, what he stands for.
Well-
He was during his time of presidency, the economy was phenomenal.
Yeah.
I mean, he did good things. I don't care what he did with a cigar.
His problem is he lied.
You know, and
He
what did.
lied about it and then
Well,
went
yeah,
back.
right.
He didn't inhale. I understand that.
Not bad. He lied about the. He lied about the.
He
But
didn't inhale.
don't
I
you see
understand.
feel though that again with what you just referenced? Don't you feel though that Monica she saved the dress with
Yeah.
the
She set him up.
stuff on it,
Yes.
and
Stop it there.
saved it to bring it up later. She ratted him out
Oh, yeah,
totally, and had evidence in her closet about it. So it's almost like she planned it out.
Why would
Yeah.
you
And it
keep
was in
that?
the privacy,
Yeah,
as you
why
said.
would you
Right.
keep that?
Well, she wanted to set him up.
And then she became sort of famous and got a purse line, created a
yeah.
pocketbook line. So there's so many different, you're right. They become famous from this, and I almost feel as though they want to do it to try to get a crack at fame.
See that? They're 15 seconds
it
of
really
fame.
does mean, you know.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
does.
I would love to see Hillary Clinton become president so Bill can be the first man. That's what I would love to see.
Yeah.
Wow.
Not to have all these first ladies all the time.
yeah.
The first man. Now, with all his reputation, everything he's done,
forget
can
it.
you imagine that? That would be so phenomenal for men.
I have to
Who,
say,
by the way, have lost everything since women's rights came aboard and stuff like that, which I'm all for, of course. But men's gender has really taken a hit, in the last 30 years. I have to say that.
Okay.
Aw.
Right, got that in.
Shame. I feel so bad for you.
Thank you very much.
Oh man, I'm gonna get a kick out of this next topic. Check this out. Wait, was that the one? No, this one right here. This guy talk about this guy. Men in Colorado are getting good advice about drunken driving while they are peeing. Check this out. Bars in the state of Colorado have installed a device called an interactive urinal communicator, which plays an anti-DWI public service announcement on a speaker as a patron approaches the urinal and takes a leak in there. Imagine that. Maybe for women it'll be next now. You go in a bar and you're taking a leak. Don't drink and drive. They're talking to you while you're taking a leak. That's a pretty good invention. Wouldn't you say so?
That would freak me out.
Wait a minute. A woman's got to stand up.
Well, this is for men. Well, no, I'm saying for men, women it's probably going to come out next, but for men, it's a speaker comes out.
Why
and
in
tells
the
you what-
urinal though? Why wouldn't they put that like in your car? Like when you go to start it, please don't drink and drive.
Yeah, true. True.
On
Well-
the start of the ignition or something. What does that have to do with peeing?
Well, it's in the bars. It's in the bars now. I mean, I guess, if you're drunk well, first of all, you shouldn't be drunk in a bar. Yeah, okay. But you go in there and it's a little speech in there telling you to, well, I'll be in there just trying to break the speaker. But I just thought that was pretty cool. But will it work? Who knows? Maybe if it works of 1 of 10 guys, then hey, I guess it works.
There was something on a commercial on YouTube that I was watching. It was hilarious. They had mirrors in front of the urinals, right? So the guys would go in there, and then instead of the ad, they took the ad away, and there was like these hot women looking back at you. And they had like 30% of the guys couldn't go after that. 25% of them took over a minute to go. I mean, it was just crazy. Just the thing of like a woman looking at them, and it was just like a film. But it was just crazy how they did that. I was cracking all night long on that.
Oh, well, check this. You're a big horse lover, right?
Yes.
Okay, well, this guy took it to the extreme. Check this guy out. A Texas horse owner suspected that someone was more than just fond of Nadia, the mare. The mare is a female horse?
Yes.
Okay. So he set up a security camera in the corral. It caught a 43-year-old farm worker who had just been released from prison in April for having sex with the same horse. And what happened here? In Texas, there's no law against bestiality in Texas, so the serial horse lover was charged with trespass and animal cruelty for having sex with a horse. Well,
What the horse have to say about it?
he didn't say it. Well,
Wait a minute. How do you do that? How do you get up there?
creative. Well, a big step stool.
Yeah, you would have to.
Yeah. Well,
I mean, unless the horse was laying down.
imagine if the horse, if she kicks back. Oh boy, that's a hell of a kickback.
Wouldn't it be great if the audience can see what's going on in our minds right now? Because I'm sitting there when she's like, well, how do they do that? And my brain is like, putting this picture. I'm like, whoa, make it
You
stop.
figure a horse is what?
Think of it.
How much does a horse weigh?
Can you
Like
imagine
2,000 pounds?
2,000 pounds, and this man, the average man, is what, 170 pounds?
Yeah.
How much
Yeah.
do you think a 1,000-pound horse? She can actually feel the junk of an 180-pound man.
No.
Bleh.
No.
I mean, it's ugh.
No,
that's crazy.
can't
Bestiality. I guess it's safe to say
I mean,
that's a
before
sickness.
you get to that,
Oh, yeah.
Of course, bestiality.
Try sheep first before you get to that.
Yeah, he might have graduated to the horse.
Yeah, graduate to the
You know
horse.
what? You know what?
Oh
You know
my
what?
God.
Sheep weren't doing it for him anymore.
Yeah.
Man had to graduate to a
Maybe.
horse.
That could be.
Or maybe the horse loved him. You never know. Maybe she loved him.
worried about you.
About me. Yeah, he's coming up with these topics. I'm just here for the entertainment. Can you imagine?
He didn't say he was having sex with a horse.
Yeah.
Can you imagine?
It's sheep, though.
Yeah, you brought up the sheep.
you-
Oh, what What are you trying to say there, J-Dog? You have experience with a sheep?
I just wanted to hear what she's talking about and the thoughts in her mind. I would like to hear what's going on in the thoughts of all of our million viewers out there right now.
Exactly.
Oh, man.
Well, that's crazy. Well, let's get into another study. Well, I'm sweating in here. Oh, man.
Yeah,
Maybe
these topics are getting you hot, I see.
No, maybe that horse.
All this sexting
I'm a little
and
worried about
horse
you.
On the way home, we do stop by pass by a farm, don't we?
we?
Yeah, all right, check this out. A new study has found, before we start, flavors of ice cream. Chocolate, vanilla, strawberry. What's up? What do we like?
Vanilla.
Okay, J-Dog?
Peanut butter.
No, it has to be one of these three.
Oh, did you get us some?
Okay.
Do we have?
Afterwards, yeah, Ben
Okay.
and Jerry's.
Okay.
Strawberry.
Okay, here you go, check this out. I'll say vanilla. A new study has found that your favorite ice cream flavor can be a window into your personality. Here we go.
Uh-oh.
The Smell and Taste Treatment and Research Foundation, I didn't even know that existed, determined that people who like vanilla are colorful, impulsive risk takers, and chocolate fans are lively, charming, and gullible, and strawberry lovers are tolerant introverts. If you like Rocky Road, you're
That's
a
not me.
good listener. What's Rocky Road?
That's chocolate
everything.
with chunks of
Marshmallow.
chocolate in it.
Does that have marshmallow in it? No?
It may.
So who was vanilla? Me and us
All three of us were, and I thought that was falls under the boring category
Oh.
originally, but maybe.
Well,
that was
according
in
to
the
them,
past,
we're
and this is the
colorful
present.
and we're impulsive risk takers. And what'd you say, J-Dog?
Strawberry.
Oh, strawberry. So you're an tolerant introvert.
That's not correct.
No, I don't buy that. I think these guys messed up on that study.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Well, you write to them and tell them.
Yeah.
Introvert, you are
Introvert.
not. No.
Yeah.
No.
Exactly. All right. Look at this. This is kind of weird. Firstborn gender twist. That's the title. Check this out. Parents of firstborn girls are more likely to divorce. Let me read that again. Parents of firstborn girls are more likely to divorce. Economist Enrico Moretti, who co-wrote the paper The Demand for Sons, said on a Freakonomics podcast this past week that a child's sex plays a role in parental divorce rates, according to the Huffington Post. Do you guys think there's any validity in this?
Maybe girls are harder to raise. I don't know if they mean later on, as they grow. Girls are definitely harder than boys.
Think so?
No question.
So then putting more stress on a marriage?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's-
Well, I think the male, a male with two females is, there's a lot of hormonal stuff going on there, and maybe he can't take it anymore. Especially if he's got a fragile ego himself.
Yeah. So I guess there is some validity to that then, right?
Could be.
Yeah, well, it's okay. All right, I guess we had enough of that one. All right, here we go. I'm a big coffee drinker. I can't start my day without a cup of coffee. I love iced coffee, hot coffee, whatever. But here we go again. Heavy coffee drinking linked to higher death risk. A new study finds that heavy coffee consumption is associated with a higher death risk in people younger than 55. Let's see here. Men younger than 55 who drank more than 28 cups of coffee a week, which is what, like four a day, were 56% more likely to have died from any cause. Women in that range have a twofold greater risk of dying than other women. The study looked at 43,000 men and women ages 20 to 87 from 1971 to 2007. So from our study, it seems safe to drink 1 to 3 cups of coffee a day. A cup of coffee was defined in the study of 6 to 8 ounces. Every other week, it's like they come up with these different studies. It's bad for you. Now it's linked to higher death risk. I mean, are we all coffee drinkers here?
Yeah, but not that much. I think
4 cups
is
a day?
too many.
That is too much.
Yeah,
4
4 of
cups.
anything is too much.
I definitely
I don't know
have.
about everything.
Well, Jay,
What are you doing
back,
4 times a day?
I know, really.
you're looking at pictures
Let me-
of some Halloween pictures
No,
on your phone?
no.
Nothing to do with the horses
I
either.
was a huge coffee drinker.
Oh, yeah?
Back in the day.
How much?
And I would have those 2.5 cup chowder mugs to start me off, and I had 2 of them,
That's a
which is
bowl.
equivalent to 5 cups of coffee, just to get started during the day. And all of a sudden, I was getting severe lower abdominal pains. So I went to my doctor, and he told him what's going on. He said, "How much coffee do you drink?" And I told him how much. He says, "Go off it for a week." I did it. I went off it for 1 week. I never get headaches in my entire life. I had headaches for a week. I had the nerves were spasming coming down my face and through my cheeks.
Wow.
After 1 week, it stopped. It just subsided. Everything subsided. My lower abdominal pain went away, and I haven't had a cup of coffee in 26 years now.
Wow.
Nothing, never?
Zero. Not even
Decaf?
See,
Nothing.
I feel bad for you. I would hate to give up my coffee.
See, it's an addiction if no one realizes
Oh.
that. It really is. It's
It's
an
just-
addiction, and I don't like that part about anything to do with anything that can be addictive. I just think that if you do more than once a day, you become addicted to it.
Yeah.
It could be smoking, it could be coffee, right? I mean, you have to have it. You said it, and I don't have to. I don't have to have it. I don't.
Yeah.
In the afternoon, I feel like I'll
you have to
have
have
a
it,
cup.
yeah. Mhm.
See, and it's funny. And then
Yeah.
some people will tell you they don't talk to me until I've
Oh
had
yeah.
my cup.
Oh, don't even go near it.
Well, I have a big problem with that. Don't I? They're really like right. Your
I'm
mood,
not bad
people's
like that.
moods change in accordance to their addictions.
Yeah.
And that's it could be an
And
addiction.
if you can't control it, then just might as well just quit.
Yeah, if it's easy
You know?
enough for you
If
to
you can't
do
stop
that.
at 1 or 2, then that's it.
No, Vicky.
You need coffee right now?
I would love coffee right now. Hey, if that's my one vice,
Okay.
I'm sticking with it.
All right, it's time to blow up women. Here we go. American women who trail men in money making and business leading are closing the gap on at least one measure: cheating on their spouses. Here we go. The percentage of wives having affairs rose 40% over the last 2 decades to 15% in 2010. Says the latest National Opinion Research Center's General Societal Survey. God damn. The number of men admitting to affairs over that period held constant at 21%. So what's up with you guys, man? Jeez.
You got to catch up, Andy.
You know,
Are we
that we've been
confessing
doing-
again?
No. Oh, the 50% of women
confessing.
out there who are cheating. I mean, what might be some reasons why that your man isn't good enough? Same way for a woman not being good enough for a man, I suppose. It could be a lot of different things, I guess.
By the way, that confession was before, not now. That already happened.
Well, listen, we all know that it's always been, the divorce rate is damn near 50%, right?
yeah.
So, I mean, it's like, obviously everyone isn't confessing to it because there's only 15% of women and 21% of men. So, a lot of people, it's going. That's a global thing. I mean,
Yeah.
like I said before, addicting to anything. I mean, if marriage is ain't for you, just don't get married.
Right. Well,
You know what I'm
sometimes
saying? I mean, there's no harm in not getting married. So what? You don't got to get married. So
right.
what?
When you're dating, something happens, and I'm sure everybody can relate to this. When you're dating someone,
Really?
when you're
There you go.
dating someone, it's fun, and he's trying to wow you up and take
Yeah.
you everywhere and spend all his money. And then I don't know what it is, and it has happened to me more than once, I'm sorry to say. But as soon as we got married, things were ugly.
Yeah.
They weren't pretty and fun and spontaneous anymore. It was like a job.
Well, you know what?
And-
I think to echo your words, I think once you date someone for however many years you get married, it's not just okay. Now I could just chill and relax. I believe that you still need to keep your spouse's eye.
Of
Yes.
course.
Physically,
Right.
and mentally. I mean, it's actually there's more work because you're going to get older. Wrinkles. Things are going to start to sag. I mean, you got to keep things fresh. You got to do what you got to do to keep your spouse's eye, and you got to do
Yes.
whatever it takes. I mean, it isn't like okay, we're married now. I got him, he's done, or I got her. I don't have to do this anymore.
People do that though.
Well, it's unfortunate that
Yeah.
happens. You can't do that. I mean, it's like
Right.
because if not, this is going to happen. We're going to start
Exactly.
cheating on each other. I mean,
True.
if you're going to cheat, then sit down and talk. I mean, maybe it's time to separate or get divorced. Why do that cheating? I'm saying it's, whatever. But you got to keep the eye, man. It's like your work is that's what I feel. Your job is just beginning, really. Keep him happy or keep her happy.
It's not that simple.
I know. Well, you're right. That's why divorce rate's 50%.
Yes.
You're right. We're getting close to the end of the show. What should we talk about here? Borgata Corsino. Yeah, casino. I was thinking of something else, but the Borgata Casino in Atlantic. I need coffee, damn it.
You really have.
You want to read this, Vicky? The Borgata Casino in Atlantic City, New Jersey. is now they're weighing their cocktail servers as far as the amount of weight that they gain. It was the judge. It went to the courts, and judges found the rule would be considered sexist if the policy targeted female servers only or punished a trait in one sex over another, and said neither was evident in the case. So they can control how much body weight its cocktail servers gain. So it's, I mean, that, and the courts are behind them.
Yeah.
It's like, wow. I mean, it's like, I mean, of course, yeah, you don't want no fat slob, over there delivering drinks to you. I mean, you're gambling a lot of money. You want to see something pretty, of course. I assume if it was, females, you want to see a nice looking guy bringing you drinks. I would assume,
Right.
So, but to enforce that and it's law now, it's kind of pushing it, no?
With the cheerleaders too, wasn't it the same thing? Or more than once?
Yeah.
Cheerleaders were fired for gaining weight.
Yeah.
And that was in the news a couple months ago.
Yeah. Wow. That's.
Yeah.
Well, was that in like a school? Where was that? Like a football team or?
Yeah, it was football teams.
It was.
Oh yes, it was in the news, and they were going to. One girl got told to leave because she gained weight, and it wasn't an excruciating amount, but it was enough that she changed.
Yeah.
I'm okay with it. I have a dance background. I teach dance. I've been a dancer, and
Yeah.
there's a certain look and there's a certain body image, and it's just kind of the way it is.
It's law. It's law. Well, at the end of the show, let's get to our new segment of the show. Actually, it's old, but we're bringing it back
Old
to
but new.
life. Old but new, exactly. It's called Last Licks. And Vicky, you're up. What do you got for the last licks?
Well, it's funny, speaking of the whole weight thing, I have this issue with, when somebody's lost a lot of weight and everybody congratulates them. Oh, that's so wonderful. We're so proud of you. Well, I'm upset because I've never gained weight and I want the pat on the back. I mean, I could easily be 300 pounds. I love me some McDonald's, but I've got self-control. So how come I don't get applause for self-control? I want the pat on the back. Just saying.
Excellent.
Thank
Vicky.
you. Thank you.
Donna, what do you got for Last Licks?
For me, I would like to talk with you about the beach. Cover it up, people. There are times when people should consider when deciding to pick their duds for a day at the beach. I don't appreciate having the displeasure of seeing certain body parts while trying to enjoy my day. I can't think of a time or place that this would ever be acceptable.
Oh, geez. Oh, my God. Look at that. You get to zoom in that, Van?
Oh.
That's
get back
quite
to that.
hideous.
J-Dog, what do you got for Last Licks?
First of all, I just want to express my condolences to the people at Seaside Heights that they burned down. I'm so sorry for you guys. But what my thing is, what was Governor Blimp doing there? I mean, there's no reason for him to be there. He just over there trying to make another
What
name
if he
for
watches the
himself.
show?
I don't care if he does. That's it. That's my.
We're canceled.
Yeah. Thanks a lot.
Good job, J-Dog. How much time we have? Do we have enough for another Last Licks for me? Anyway, let's see. When I called I don't want to say cable company, the DirecTV, whatever. I mean, it's like, why do I call there and my promotion ended? I was paying $134. It went up to $164. Why do I got to call them and tell them, oh, my bill went up, and then they can lower my price back down? So if I didn't call you would have kept my price that way? They're just scamming us.
I think so.
They're scamming us. Thank you, everyone, for watching. Have a great week. And remember, if you ain't real, then you're nothing.